Bless you. Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jessy Martin.
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman.
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
John Taman.
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
You know, when I wrote that, I thought it'd be funny the first time, and it was the first time. And now it's like every goddamn time I turn on a podcast, I'm the world's worst podcast host. And then I usually earn the title. As you can see, it is hat day for the people on the top row. Everybody on the bottom row has to remain hatless, unless Scott goes and gets his wife's hat, which he's looking for right now. All right, so, hey, everybody, welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. Picks the NFL, our 8th edition for the season, since it is week 8. I'm just going to go ahead and start us right off by saying hello to my friend from Southeastern Virginia. Looking cool like you're in the fucking real studio there, dude, with the hat and all. Jessy Martin.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going all right, dude. This is a
happy
podcast.
Saturday.
You're supposed to fucking talk and shit. You know?
Happy fucking Saturday.
Happy Saturday. As a matter of fact, happy Saturday. If you've joined us, you know that every one of these fucking games. Max, is there a game going on right now that's not a complete blowout?
No.
No.
Yeah, there is. Yam isn't going to join us because Indiana's actually in a really good game.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh,
They're
that'd be
playing
interesting.
Washington. It's 14-10.
All right.
But, you know,
turn
there
that
is
on
also the
before
UFC fight. The UFC fight just started, so that'll be a big thing, too.
Look, people, save your money on a UFC fight. Go down to a fucking bad bar and spend like fucking $5 on a beer and wait a few, just wait a little while. You'll see something similar.
Actually, every ranked game right now, besides the Notre Dame Navy, is one score.
All right. Scott
Nebraska's
Hartley.
down by 8.
All right, we're looking at Scott Hartley, who looks very worried in Turkey. Is there things going on that you are getting nervous about, sir?
No, the internet's not very stable. By the sounds of it, you're very whirly, but it'll be fine.
Oh, all right. So you've got Turkish internet.
I can't understand what you just said.
Turkish internet.
It seems, yeah, it seems okay now. But I just wondered how old you have to be before you wear one of them bell end Peaky Blinder hats. But, yeah.
Bell end Peaky Blinder hats, dude. Let me tell you something. Walking around with that head you got, you should dress it up some.
Then
Got a point.
they're
On the
not
top
a
of his
thing
head.
in the UK. They're not a thing.
I don't care if they are or not. I'm a hat guy. I like a hat.
I've told you it's getting. It's
Where are we going now?
I don't know. We're somewhere in
It's
Turkey.
getting shaved tomorrow in my head because I'm getting a transplant tomorrow. So
Oh,
Get the hell out
That's
of here.
why you went to Turkey.
I want you to get some
this
dreadlocks.
is awful.
I want Scott to get some dreadlocks. That's what I want. So, yeah, Scott's internet's bad. Max, how are you doing today?
Dude, I'm gonna.
been running around all day. I'm finally just getting sat down like now.
Okay. Well, you got here just in time to watch Scott's internet do the Keith. All right. So it is week 8 in the NFL. I tell you what, you said yesterday on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, Max, that this week has a slate full of shit games. And, as much as I hate to say it, because as much as I love pro football, the NFL's like that. Every week there might be one or two games that's compelling, and most of them are just. And the thing that kills me the most is how many teams right now do we have that are going with a backup quarterback? All right, so or at least have
Tua
had,
is supposed to come back, so that's -1.
right. So the point being is we've already seen the attrition level in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks. All right, a lot of teams have had at least one start from a backup quarterback. And, NFL, I implore you, every fucking year, your rules changes don't help anything except the fucking referees to fuck up football games. All right? Because, like we see in the Vikings-Rams game at the end of the game the other night, these fucking refs are looking for every goddamn penalty except the one that's fucking happening right in front of their face. All right? So enough with this bullshit about changing the rules to protect fucking quarterbacks. It has been clearly demonstrated that you cannot protect quarterbacks. All right, so we've lost Scott. Scott's been abducted by Turkish terrorists. I'm not going to say anything more because we've gotten an ear in the mail, and I think it belongs to his wife. So, all right. So let's start off with the slate. I didn't make a slate for the whole game thing this week, so we can start off right whenever you're ready.
All right. Well,
Oh, wait, we got to change this thing. I forgot. Because I'm the world's worst podcast host. There it is. That's it.
first 1:00 game, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Tua is coming back for the first time in many weeks. I would put another bet on this is over and under how many times Tua's brain sloshes around in his head.
It's gonna look like a goldfish somebody's running down the street with a goldfish bowl.
Yeah. It's man, I don't know. I think it'd be tough to come back. I'm not really sure why he is, but the Cardinals are not favored by 4.5. The Dolphins are. So
I'm sorry. I got that thing.
Yeah. So we got a little bit of typo.
So there you go. The first one right out the chute. I'm the world's worst podcast host. I have to prove it to everybody right then and there.
So the Dolphins, and I take it probably this is because of Tua coming back. I mean, I expect Tyreek Hill to have a big game. I'm taking the Dolphins in this game. I think they get back on track for at least a half. I'm not sold on the Cardinals, and isn't Marvin Harrison Jr. He's out with a concussion.
I hadn't seen that.
Remember if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe he went out last week with a concussion or something.
I don't know.
I think he's playing.
Okay, well, I don't think that's going to matter though. Over under is 46.5. I'm going to stay away from this game, but I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win.
All right. I'm sorry that I screwed up the the graphic here because I will take the Dolphins to win. I'm not going to take them to cover, but I am going to put 25 on the under, and that's all. 25 on the under. But I'm taking the Dolphins to win because Max made an excellent point that Kyler Murray on the day after a Call of Duty game gets released is absolute shit. And I have a feeling that this is going to keep up. So
It's not just the game after; it's the rest of the season.
the rest of the season, there you go.
Did I say the Cardinals or Dolphins? I meant the
You
Dolphins.
said Arizona. Okay.
No, I meant the Dolphins. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's where I'm going with this game. I'm going to put $25 on the under, and I'm staying away from the rest of it. I would like to put a parlay and say I want to see a Tyreek Hill touchdown. It's about time. But who knows? You know, we could put a parlay and say, will Tua stop? Will he finish the game? I don't even know if that's got a bet on it. But that's all I'm doing with this. Picking the Dolphins to win, and I'm going 25 on the under. All right, Scotty, up to you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals for the win here, actually. I just don't think that Tua is going to be himself just yet. It might take him a while to get back into this game and up to speed again. So give me the not so hot hand, but what I'm trusted with in Kyler Murray at the minute. I know that Call of Duty came out, but I think with his legs, I think the Cardinals will win this game. I don't want to put any money on it. Just put me down, Max, for Cardinals win, mate.
I gotcha.
He's in Miami. He's got hazards to watch out for. There's coconuts in the street, believe it or not. They've got coconut shells laying around. If he gets stuck underneath one, they might not find him until kickoff, and then it's too late.
The thing about the Dolphins and making a point that Tua might not be ready to come back is valid, I guess you could say. But man, they got a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball over there. I mean, you got Waddle, you got A-Chain, you got Mostert, you got Tyreek Hill.
You got that other running back. Was it Jalen Reed? Is that his name? No, that's the wide receiver. Who's there's got a
Jalen? Right.
Jalen Wright.
Yeah, and actually I have him on my dynasty team, but he's a future. He's for the future. But yeah, no, I mean they got talent all up and down that offensive side of the ball. So even if Tua isn't quite himself, I think there's going to be enough there to overtake the Cardinals.
Max, can I do a parlay on this game, actually?
Of course you can.
He's going to do 15 of them every game.
No, I'm not. Can I, just to annoy Max, can I have a
He's just going to have to transfer it to his own book.
Exactly. A Devon A-Chain anytime touchdown and a Cade Otton anytime touchdown.
Cade Otton. He's
Good
Tampa
tight
Bay.
end. Oh, is he Tampa Bay? Who's the tight end from Tampa? Who's the tight end from Arizona?
McBride.
McBride.
That's the one, McBride. Apologies. Why did I think Cade Otton for some reason?
So you said A-Chain and a what?
McBride.
A-Chain and McBride.
All right, that'll be plus 569.
Ooh.
What are you
I'll have
putting
50
down
on that. 50 on that one, Max.
That I
Give you
got it.
284.
God damn
Go
it.
over here and see if I can get.
Fucking hate wires.
All right, we're ready to move on.
Yep.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Game of the week. Just kidding. We have the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Jets are favored by 7. I think that's too much, but yeah. Over-under is 46.5. John, what are you seeing in this game?
Dude, I'll tell you what.
first.
Give me $50 on the under right off the bat. Okay? There's no fucking way. All right? Aaron Rodgers had a bit of a get-right game against them earlier in the year, but this time it's in New England, which doesn't really make any difference. But Drake May looked all right last week, I thought. And I still don't think it's good enough to go for the over on this game. But I will take the Patriots to cover for $50. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm taking the Patriots to cover for $50. I'm picking the Jets to win, but I'm taking the Patriots to cover.
Jets to win. You're putting $50 on the under and $50 on the Patriots to cover.
Yes.
Parlayed or no?
No.
Okay.
Scott, who you got?
I've got the Jets winning this game. Don't like that line at all. I think that line's too close. I think it was 4 or maybe 5. I take that, but yeah. Under 46, I think the Patriots can score, but I also think that the Jets could probably score 30. So it's probably about where it should be, but I'll take the Jets for the win, Max. Nothing more on this game.
They could probably score 30, but they don't.
I know.
They don't do shit.
Just
They-
while
they
I'm
play down.
waiting for Max to catch up a bit.
That's all right.
Devontae Adams, he's another week in the system. I don't know. I would be very wary on placing any money on this team while somebody is really being loud in there.
All right, go for it.
It is. I'm going to pick the Jets to win, but I'm not going to put anything on this. Max, who do you got?
I'm going to say the Jets are going to win this game, but in the similar sense to you guys, I don't touch any bets on this. There's nothing in this game that is appetizing to me at all. But
I agree 100%.
I just feel like it's the. I mean, this game might be 10-7. Let's be honest. Here.
Very well could be.
It really could be, yeah.
Or it could be 40-7. You know, it depends on
Right.
if the Jets
Now-
are just. They're just an icky team right now. You don't know who you're going to get. Aaron Rodgers isn't necessarily playing that bad.
He isn't
but
necessarily playing that good either.
Yeah, he's not. He's not himself either. Someone take this over.
All right, I'll take it away from the vacuum cleaner. Thank you. The thing about because I've watched several Jets games. I don't know why. I think I felt like I needed to punish myself for something.
Are you a masochist now that I don't live there?
This is what I'm thinking. You know, I sat and watched the Jets games. I put the belt with fucking spikes on it on my leg, and I pulled it tight, and I said, okay, let me watch this game. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he gets beat up, man. Their offensive line just doesn't do as well as you expect that it should, all right? Their star players, Hall and Garrett Wilson, they play down. They don't seem to be able to get away to do the things that everybody's been expecting them to do. Devontae Adams coming in is supposed to be the savior. I don't buy it. I just think that, fucking Brett Favre. I almost called him Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers is just looking for anybody he can connect with. I happen to notice that he likes Alan Lazard in the end zone a lot. Alan Lazard is a fucking third-tier, fourth-tier wide receiver, but Aaron knows him, so it's hard to say what's going on over there, man. I don't think that their coach really has any control of it. I think Aaron Rodgers does, and he just does what Aaron Rodgers does, which is usually pretty fucking flaky.
See, that's what gets me about the Jets. I mean, they got weapons, man. They got
do.
Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. They got Braylon Allen, a great rookie running back.
And Devontae Adams.
And now you bring Devontae Adams, which now I think is probably too many cooks in the kitchen on that offensive side of the ball. And the Jets were supposed to have really, really good defense. I mean, you would expect this team to be really good this year, and they're just not.
The whole thing that I've read in a lot of places is that the mood within the Jets is very subdued, right? They just really are not, as opposed to, say, the Commanders, which we're used to right now. which is upbeat, happy. Everybody's liking hanging around each other. They like being at practice. They like being in the locker room. The Jets are completely opposite right now. These guys just hate coming to work. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, next game. I'm actually really interested in this game right here.
Let's go Bengals.
Eagles seem to are Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I mean, they have an excellent run game. Saquon Barkley is probably the best part of that team, top to bottom. Their defense has talent all over the field. They just don't always show it. Mm-hmm. The Bengals, on the other hand, Joe Burrow is playing out of his mind this year. Obviously, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins is back, and they are favored at home by 2.5. The over-under is 47.5. The problem with the Bengals is they don't have a defense, as we've seen time and time again this year. Mm-hmm. But I still think they're going to win this game, and I think they're going to cover. And I'm going to put $100 on the Bengals laying the 2.5.
Okay.
John?
Well, I noticed that I didn't put the color stripes behind the Bengals right, so there's typo number 2 for the day. All right, I'm doing the same thing, except I'm not going 100. I'm going to go $50 on the Bengals to cover 2.5. I tell you what, I'm going to also put $50 on the over, and I want to tie it all together with a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown and Chase Brown anytime touchdown.
So you're putting $50 on the Bengals.
All of that.
Okay, hey, give me a second. Bengals 2.5 with Saquon, Chase Brown, anytime
touchdowns, and on the over.
On the over.
And over 47.5. Jesse, what do you got for that?
I'm working on that. See, you said Saquon and Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
That will give you plus 710, and you said 50.
Yes.
That will win you 355.
All right, I'll take that. That seems to me to be a rather safe bet. Scotty, what do you got?
Yeah, I got the Bengals winning this game. I think it's going to be close, but because as you said, Jesse, to your point, the Bengals have got no defense whatsoever. Saquon Barkley just came back to New York and absolutely killed them last week. So I think he's having a really good season for the Eagles, unfortunately. But yeah, the Bengals will win this game, no problem, with Joe Burrow under center, and they've got more weapons. T. Higgins had a very good game last week, so for me, that's where I would go. So I'm going to go Bengals lay those 2.5. I'm going to put 50 on this game, and then separate to that, Max, if possible, can I have a parlay for $100? And this is the over and a T. Higgins and Saquon Barkley anytime TD.
Over 47.5 with a Saquon and T. Higgins anytime TD.
You said $100 on that?
He's just picking it because he's like
50 on that one.
50 on that one. All right, that'll be plus 423. That'll give you $212.
I'll bet you if T. Higgins gets it, Scotty.
What was the plus, Jesse?
423.
423. Okay.
So do you still do
this is what a professional bookie looks like with Max typing away.
Oh, all right.
So I'm done now.
I just want to ensure I have this right, Scott. You've got $50 on the Bengals covering.
Yeah, laying the points.
And you have $50 on over 47.5 Saquon and T. Higgins anytime touchdown.
That's correct, mate. Yeah,
and
perfect.
Pops, you got the Bengals laying the points, Saquon and Chase Brown anytime touchdown, and over 47.5.
That's right.
And Jesse just has $100 on the Bengals covering.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Saquon, AJ, and Jamar Chase touchdown for $669. $50 wager will give me $335.
$50 for Saquon and Jamar Chase touchdown.
Saquon, Jamar Chase, and AJ Brown.
I didn't hear the AJ Brown. Okay.
You'll notice we haven't actually, for those of you that have joined us today, we didn't give out who gave up the winners last week because Scott is in Turkey and he did not bring the Big and Boss book.
Yeah, TSA wouldn't let him fly with such a dangerous weapon.
We're docking his pay for that one.
Yeah. They actually said that state secrets were in that book, so I wasn't able to do it because it had things in there like the big knowledge of football book.
There you go.
Yeah. Jesse, what was the plus for that parlay?
That plus for that was hold on a second. I said Saquon,
Chase, and AJ Brown.
AJ would be plus 669.
Thank you.
We let the Turks start to know that I like to bet the over-unders. Then we're in trouble. We can't, like you said, the big laws of football are in there. Like, you score more points than your opponent, you tend to win the game. We cannot give them secrets like that. All right.
Next ugly game of the week, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and for some reason they are only 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
The over-under is 49.5. There's one of these games, John.
Yes, it
Why
is.
Vegas is doing this, not sure. I'm not buying it, but I'll let you go first.
You know what? I tell you what, Costa Rica or Vegas, whoever runs these numbers nowadays, this is the game that you want everybody to bite on, and I will. I'm biting. Give me the Packers. Lay the 3.5 points. I want $200 down on that. I don't care if they're playing in Jacksonville or anywhere. Last week, Jacksonville was not the Jaguars that you're typically going to get. I'm taking the Packers all day in this damn game. Jordan Love should feast, and their defense should feast. We're going to see Tank Bigsby and all that kind of stuff, but I ain't buying it. Give me the Packers laying the 3.5 points. I want $200 on that. I'm going to go ahead and leave everything else alone. Although, tell you what, give me 50 on a Tank Bigsby anytime touchdown.
Parlay or no?
The 200 is minus 115. We'll get a win.
Hello.
She's
mad at me for picking against the Jaguars. Hanging in the doorway. Plucking Scotty's head.
Tank's Bigsby is plus 130.
Okay.
That dude does run a lot like Derrick Henry. He's not Derrick Henry by any stretch. I'm not comparing them, but he does run like his name. He runs like a tank.
Max, who you got?
Be right back.
I don't have a coin to flip because I very much feel like this is a coin flip game for some reason.
Really?
I know that the Packers are better, but it just feels strange. And I have a lot of making up to do, so I have to do dumb stuff.
That'll just put you further behind.
You don't need to do dumb stuff. Just be sensible.
Be sensible and pick the damn Packers.
Correct.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna say Green Bay. I'm not gonna lay any bets though. I think this game's gonna be very low scoring.
Wow.
Why?
See, I don't think this Jaguars defense is any good whatsoever.
No.
And so I'm definitely taking the Packers. I'm laying the points, and I'll put 200 on that itself. And then I'm also going to do a Jalen Reed, Josh Jacobs, and Brian Thomas Jr. parlay for $951 plus $951 for 50 will win me $475.
Hang on.
Okay, so sorry.
Give me 1 second,
Max.
Scotty.
Yeah,
how much
you
money you
good,
putting
you
on
good.
that,
50.
Jesse? $50.
Yep.
And you said what was the plus on it?
951.
$951 for Jalen Reed, Josh Jacobs, and Brian Thomas Jr.
Yep.
All right, Scott, what you got?
I am going to lay those points with the Packers, and I am putting a massive $500 on that.
Woo!
This is the blowout of the week. I just spoke to the wife there. She said, if you back the Jags, you're absolutely stupid. She's been watching them all year, as have I. We know this Jags team has absolutely zero defense whatsoever. Andre Sisco is also injured and doesn't look like he's going to play. He's one of their key players on D. And Trevor Lawrence just hasn't got it done. They're averaging 17 points a game. They're just not a good football side at the minute. So give me the shorthand that is Love, who's getting better since coming back from the injury. So, yeah, 500, laying them points on the Packers. That's the biggest bet for me this week.
That will win him 434.
I think that's the biggest bet of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe for last year, too.
I mean,
And
yeah,
probably ever since we started this show.
Maybe, but that's where I'm going with it. I knew that this should be a blowout win for the Packers. It really should do, and they're not very good at home either. The Jags for some reason. So, and
they're not very good anywhere.
And statistically, if you look back after every London game, they've gone on a bit of a run, but their next game after London, they tend to lose. So,
the only reason they go on a bit of a run after the London game is because they almost miss their plane. They have to chase that motherfucker down the goddamn Heathrow runway and catch
you're
it.
not wrong.
Right, because the stewardesses are like, I'm not letting that kicker touch me again, and take off, get me the fuck out of here.
Oh, well, that kicker is actually playing for the Packers this weekend.
I know. He's coming back, right. There you go. He's going to have the...
Some can say that this would be the game of the week.
And I don't disagree with
it. Might be. It might be a NFC South matchup. Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. Falcons are favored by 2.5. Bucs are home. Over unders 45.5. The thing with the Bucs though is they have lost 2 major players on their offense. And Mike Evans with the hamstring injury, he's going to be out for, I would say, at least 4 weeks. And then the awful injury of Chris Godwin. I don't know if you guys saw the replay of that, but it was bad. It was bad. Scott, what are you thinking in this matchup?
For me, Jesse, I think this is a Falcons win purely. If you had them 2 wide receivers in this, I'd be backing the Bucs, and I think Vegas would back the Bucs as well at home. I mean, yeah, give me Kirk on the road. I don't particularly like the Falcons. I think they're a middling team. I don't think they're as exciting as everyone made them out to be this year. And I think the Bucs are a better team overall than the Falcons. But with them losses on offense, I don't think Baker Mayfield's got enough to shoot this one out. So give me the Falcons. Yeah, they'll probably win this by 3. But I don't want to put anything on it.
This is my bet of the week. This is my game of the week right here. I'm going to take the Falcons, drop the 2.5 points, and I want $250 on that one. All right, I'm not going as big as Scott, but $250 on the Falcons, dropping the 2.5. The last time they played, Kirk Cousins put up 500 yards. All right.
Oh yeah,
he did. He fucking laid him out, killed him, and the Bucs. It's not just like Jesse said. These are 2 major players. This is their offense for the most part. They've got a running back, but they don't have any downfield threat now. They don't have any downfield threat now. So I guess they're going to be banking on a rookie, but I just don't see it. The Falcons should be able to run away with this football game. And even though they really haven't been in terms of, what did you say, as flashy as everybody expected, they turn in decent games, but then they turn in fucking stinkers too, man. Bijan Robinson sometimes looks like the guy that they drafted. But then sometimes he just disappears. Sometimes Kirk Cousins throws for 500 yards, and then they don't play the Bucs, and he doesn't do it again until maybe he plays the Bucs again. So, I like to play fantasy, and this is why I drafted Darnell. Which is why I traded for Darnell Mooney. Is for the games like this.
Genuine question here, John. What do you think of Drake London?
He's been playing well. He's been playing pretty well. Yeah, he has. Because I've been watching their games because I'm a fantasy player, and I've got a lot of their players. In going in a couple of different leagues. So he gets maybe 5 receptions a game. It's not what you'd expect out of a true number 1 wide receiver, but he's kind of more of a bigger body over the middle type guy than your downfield strike, which they've been using Mooney for. But when they call on him to make a play, he typically does. The thing about the Falcons is the ball has so many places to go, and it does. It goes all over the goddamn place. So, and I'm talking about it in terms of fantasy, But in this game, give me the Falcons, lay those 2.5 points, $250 down on it. I am not touching the over-under, but I am going to go ahead and put down a parlay on a Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London, anytime touchdown. All 3 of them are scoring touchdowns.
All right, write that down, Max, and I will get you the numbers in just a moment because I have a big parlay
I got you.
that already got set up.
I got you.
I like
real quick, Jesse. How much money are you putting on that? Pops?
In the parlay?
Yeah.
$100. All 3 of them are scoring. All 3.
All right.
I like the Falcons this game too.
We're going to see a lot of the Bucs punter.
Yeah, possibly. But I do, I'm taking Falcons wins. I'm taking the Falcons to cover, and I'll put 100 on that, definitely. But there's a rookie named Jalen McMillan on the Tampa Bay side that I really like in this game, and he's going to be part of my parlay. I'm going to have him as a TD score, I'm going to have alt yards plus 60 for Jalen McMillions. Then I'm going to have Drake London plus 70 alt yards. And Kyle Pitts plus 40 yards. And that's going to be a plus 1358. I'm going to put 50 on that, and that's going to get me
What's the alt yards for McMillan?
plus 60.
60 plus. You said Kyle Pitts alt yards?
And that's going to, Kyle Pitts is 40.
Kyle Pitts alt 40 plus. And what was the last part?
That was it. Did you get the Jalen McMillian, Jalen McMillian touchdown?
I've got McMillan anytime. McMillan 60 plus. Kyle Pitts 40 plus.
Oh, Drake London 70.
Drake London 70 plus.
Yeah. Yeah,
Scotty, you mentioned Kate Otten earlier. That's the dude in fantasy I'd start for the Bucks this week.
And then what's that? That's 13 what, Jesse?
1358.
1358. You're putting how much money on it?
50.
$50.
Otten gets a lot of targets, and they're just going to go up now.
Which would win me 679.46. So we'll say 680. All right. So John, can you go back and
So he has Bijan, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London anytime touchdown.
That's it.
You have a Bijan, London, and who?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Armpits. Oh, that's plus 1838. You said 100?
Yes.
Woo!
All three
That'll
of them.
give you that's a good real life bet right there. And I'll give you $1,838.
And then Jesse, for me, real quick.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Falcons to win this game. I think I'm going to give the Falcons the points, and I want a Bijan anytime touchdown.
Is this all together?
Yes, the Falcons and the points in Bijan for me.
All right. Let's see. Falcons.
Trippy.
Bijan. That is a plus 188.
Scott on the chaise lounge.
For how much?
$200, please.
Ladies.
That'll win you $376.
Thanks, buddy.
What'd I miss?
Scott was on the
everything.
couch.
You missed everything.
How's like this, Jesse? Hi, ladies.
Jesus.
Would you like a slightly balding fat man who's 40?
There's some fetishes out there that will probably want. All right, next up we have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cleveland Browns. The Watson list Browns. Ravens are favored by 8.5, over under 45.5. Jameis Winston is coming in to try to eat them dubs.
Eat them dubs.
How many crab legs would get stolen in the city of Cleveland this week?
I will say, before I throw it around the room, I think Cleveland's offense is going to be better than what we've seen
Hell yeah, it can't
this
be
year.
worse. It cannot be worse.
John, 8.5, is that too much for you?
I think it is. I'm going to stay with the Browns staying close enough that it's not going to be an 8.5 point win. I don't think they're going to win by 10 or so. I would like to go ahead and put nothing down on this game and just pick the Ravens. Say that. I might. Here's the thing: Jameis Winston might throw the ball 40 times, and if he does that, that's what 2 pick sixes, right? At least 2 pick sixes, probably 3 touchdowns. The dude throws it all over the place. I like to point out that year that he was in Tampa, his last year, where he threw 50 touchdowns and he threw 50 freaking interceptions, and he set the record for fucking pick sixes or whatever. He was practically blind. He couldn't fucking see. He went and got LASIK after that.
And he was much better, and he still can't find a starting job.
And I can't figure that out because the dude, he was hitting guys downfield over and over and over again that year. And he was doing it by counting, how fucking far they should be down the field. Because anybody that's past 5 yards, he can't see them. But I I read something yesterday that one of their players said that when he comes in the huddle, he calls the play like he's got a surprise to tell everybody.
That was Jerome Ford that said that.
Listening to him talk, man, he is a country dude. But, yeah, I'm
he
not
is.
touching anything in this game. So
he
that's all
is.
I'm going to say.
Max, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Ravens in this game, and I'm going to lay the points. I think that the Ravens are just going to annihilate this Browns team, and I'm going to put $100 on that.
Ooh, annihilations.
So that's minus 110. So 100 will give you like 90, I think.
You're basically giving money to
Yeah.
the bookie.
Well, no. I mean, you're getting that 100 back, but you're getting 90 in return,
Yeah,
too.
again, I know what you mean. It's not even, so it's 0.9 okay,
Yeah.
per dollar.
Yep.
One.
Scott, do you think that
Yeah.
line's too big?
No, I don't think that line's too big, but yeah, actually, if we're within 7 of the Ravens, this is a terrible Cleveland side. So, yeah, give me the Ravens, man, and lay them points. And
It was a
let's put
terrible
let's put 100 on.
Cleveland side with Winston under center.
Now with
Doesn't make a difference.
Watson.
With
Watson. That's what I mean. I'm sorry, Watson under center.
Scott,
doesn't make their
who's
defense any better.
you got the Ravens winning, Scott?
Yeah, Ravens winning, and
you
lay
laying the
the points, $100, same bet as you, Max.
That's the thing. They played the Eagles tight, and they
Yeah,
played the
I think
Bengals
their
tight.
defense is good. Their defense
Yeah.
is good.
They played the
I
Bengals
just
tight. They played
crafted
the
a little
Eagles tight.
parlay, Jesse, when you're ready.
All right, you go right ahead.
Give me the Ravens with the points, and then give me Lamar and Henry.
Lamar and Henry. That's good. That's a good bet right there. That will give you plus 368. How much?
$100.
We'll give you $368.
As opposed to just put as opposed to giving the bookie some money, I figure I should make a little parlay at, with the 2 most touchdown scorers on that team. What's Rashad Bateman's over under, real quick?
His over under is let's see, Bateman. Where's Bateman? I can't find it. There he is. It doesn't give me one. Not for Bateman.
Really?
Yeah, only receiving props. Only Njoku, Moore, Tillman, Judy, Henry.
Wow.
A second. I don't
Considering
see
that's his
Bateman
number
on
one
here.
receiver right now, that's surprising.
Yeah, not even likely either there as well.
Yeah, I got alt receiving. Yeah, is he playing? Maybe he's not. Maybe he's
Fairly
Certain.
certain.
because
Yeah.
Flowers isn't on here either.
Let me see here.
I got receiving props up.
That's wild.
Yeah. Do you see it on yours?
No.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zay Flowers
Okay.
is listed as questionable,
Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, that's probably why they just don't have him listed yet.
and that's it.
You could return to that tomorrow. Throw it in the chat.
There's nothing in there about Rashad Bateman, though.
I'm gonna stay away from putting any money on this game just because I obviously the Ravens are going to win this game. They're going to win it handily, but I just don't know enough about the Browns offense right now with Winston under center.
Chubb's coming back, too.
and Chubb being back as well. And also heard that he looks really, really good in practice.
Chubb
So
I mean, he
Always
looked really
just gonna
good
be
last
Nick
week.
Chubb.
that's true. So
All right.
I Ravens win definitely. We could probably move on from there. I would probably lean towards the over with the 45.5 too, because I think Jameis Winston can throw the ball around.
Hell yeah, you can.
Definitely can. And one of the very few weaknesses of the Ravens is their defensive
Pass
backs.
defense.
So I think
who do they have left
You know
to
what?
throw
I'm
it
going to
to?
put 50
Jerry
on the
Jeudy?
fuck it. I'm going to put 50 on the over. I'm going to put 50 over because I think the Browns will score some points.
Njoku. I'll tell you what. You know what? I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me a parlay of an anytime David Njoku touchdown. Just a simple one. I started riding him last year when Flacco came in, and he made me some money. So I'll go ahead and start riding him again this year. Put $50 down on a David Njoku anytime touchdown. Tell me how much that's worth.
What are you
So
parlaying
you
it
can
with?
get
it.
touchdown props on
Yeah, I
Zay
want a prop.
Flowers and Bateman.
All right,
but you
how much
can't
money
get
are you putting
yards.
on Njoku for a touchdown?
50.
Okay.
Plus
parlay is
310.
2 or more
I
pops.
got you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
That would win him 155. So he has a prop bet.
All right. So
That's right.
just to recap real quick, because I'm looking at this. In every game but 2, we all have the same picks.
Well, because
And
these games are not that fucking difficult
I
to
understand, but I just want to be sure that we understand this. That
Yeah, it's
Scotty
fine.
went lone wolf with Arizona, and I went lone wolf with Philly.
pick. All right.
Other than that, all of us
And y'all
are the
are both
same
wrong.
across the board.
We'll
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm not going to pick somebody I think's going to lose.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not.
That's what's going on in my work pool right now.
I'm just saying that,
contrary.
we were talking about the awfulness of these games, and so far all of us are in
Right.
agreement.
One of them will come up an upset, and people will go.
But then sometimes,
happens any given
sometimes,
Sunday.
Max, you look at these games like last week, Kansas City and the 49ers, great game. Who did the Lions play last week? I can't remember.
The Vikings.
Minnesota.
Vikings.
There you go, another great game. So you have weeks like this where
Right.
there's so many good games on the slate. This week, there's hardly any good games.
That's
really
the thing.
bad.
That's like the weird thing is, this is going to be this will probably be the week where there's going to be 2 high-scoring games, and there's going to be one that's 3-0. You know what I mean?
You mean to tell me you don't want to watch the Giants and Steelers on Monday Night Football? Who the hell? What kind of football fan are you?
Frankly, can I
I'd be
watch?
fast asleep in my bed?
Can I watch Chris Collins? Can I watch Chris Collinsworth talk about the moon ball one more time?
No, thank you. Chris Collinsworth.
All right, let's see. We got another fantastic game. The Indianapolis Colts and
I
the
made the
Houston
wrong
Texans.
colors again. The hell am I doing today?
You're drinking
messing up. That's
early,
what you're
there,
doing.
buddy.
No, I'm just busy as shit and got my brain on other things.
Texans are favored by 4.5. They are at home. Over under is 45.5. The Texas offense is not what we've been
Wait a second.
used to seeing.
Hang on. You can't also just say the colors are wrong. Look at the Texans logo on that helmet. What are you doing?
I didn't do that. That's the Texans logo.
The
That's
wrong way
backwards.
around, yeah.
Don't tell me. I fucking downloaded the goddamn thing. Give me a break. I don't fucking sit here and draw all these goddamn helmets.
Texas offense hasn't been nearly as good as it was last year.
Missing
Then you got the
Nico
Colts.
Collins big time.
Yeah. Then you got the Colts, which is just a pretty shite team. Max, what are you doing here?
Sorry, I just got a notification that shocked me. The voice of the Browns passed away this morning.
Oh, damn.
Dad, that was the guy that had to deal with Bernie all the time. But all right, what am I doing with this game? Oh God,
Sorry,
nothing.
that's the voice of the Browns.
You know what? The Colts are going to win this game.
What?
Look, you
raised him.
Division game.
the Texans haven't been doing anything this season.
Well, I can go ahead.
I don't think the Colts have either.
But you're right. But you know what the Colts can do is Anthony Richardson can hurt his hip again, and then Joe Flacco will come in and throw for 500
Okay, you
yards.
do
and a
got
half.
a point there,
So-
but still.
Can I make a
Banking on
parlay
an injury?
if Richardson gets hurt? I mean, look, banking on an injury with Anthony Richardson is saying, is his fingernail going to fall off if you choose it? It's going to happen.
Yeah, is
But-
it Sunday or not?
And frankly, I don't think the Texans are as much as they were hyped up to be so far. They have a good offense, but what's that defense at? Exactly. I think the Colts are going to come out and shock them. I'm not going to put any money on it, but I think that the Colts are going to win this game.
All right.
Falling
Well,
further
before you-
behind. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. John, what do you say?
I say that if you really want to, you can Google up the Texans helmet and you can look at it from the right and left side, and you'll see that this fucking bull on that helmet is not backwards.
Okay.
Can I tell you? All right, I'm taking the Texans. I'm going to lay the 4.5 points, and I want $100 on that. The Colts are terrible. I don't like them. I think that they have absolutely nothing going on.
So we
Nothing.
got the Texans to win, and the Texans laying the points, $100.
Yeah, I'm not. I think what I would do is I would go ahead and put $50 on the under.
Are you parlaying anything or no?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, we're going to do $50 on the under.
Mm-hmm.
Under 45.5.
And
All
that's
right.
my betting. That's it.
All right. Scott or Jesse, take it over.
Scott, what do you got?
Yeah, I got the Texans winning this game. The Colts, as John said, are a terrible team. Anthony Richardson is an absolute bust. No one, you can't convince me otherwise. I think he's one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the league. The only one who he's
Tell us
he's
how you
terrible.
really feel.
No,
Scott,
I honestly think he's awful.
Scott, you could not be saying this with your right hand just out of view in that spot.
And then, yeah, good point. And then, you've thrown me off big time. Anyway, but yeah, the Colts in division against the Texans, they're not going to do anything here unless it's Joe Flacco in the center. As you said,
are you laying any money, Scott?
No, I'm not. I don't want, because it's a division game. I want to stay away from it, but I'll pick the Texans to win.
All right.
Yeah, I got the Texans to win. I do got a parlay, a touchdown prop. I'm taking Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, and Jonathan Taylor for plus 27.36. And I will put 25 on that, and that will win me $684.
All right, hang on 1 second here. I want to show you something.
Tell me Tell me three quarterbacks in that league that are worse than Anthony Richardson, apart from Will Levis, that's starting.
So we cannot include Levis?
No, you can't include Levis. Who else is there that's worse than Anthony Richardson?
Can you see that?
No.
You can't see that?
No.
No? Can you see? No, I'm not sure. I didn't put it on the screen. Oh, do I have to do that? Okay. I just did a share screen, so hang on a minute.
You got to share the screen.
All right, I'm doing it again. This is the exciting stuff you people tuned in for. So that
Scott, I think you can add Spencer Rattler to that list.
There you go.
Aiden O'Connell, maybe.
He's hurt.
All right. So now I'm sharing screen.
There we go.
Yeah, you go. I got it there. There's shots.
So there you go.
Good job.
What do you see there?
Good.
What do you see there?
Good job.
Hey, what do your fucking shoes taste like, son of mine? How do your feet taste?
That's fair. There you go.
There we go.
I like that.
All right. We done with that game?
Yeah, we're done with that.
Good. All right, we got the Texans. Speaking of shit quarterbacks, we have the Texans going to Detroit to take on the Lions. Lions are favored by 11.5 points. Over under is 44.5 points. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Lions scored 50 points in this game. Give me the Lions all day, every day, laying those points, and I'll put 50 on that.
$50 on the Lions.
And I'll probably have a parlay, but I'll wait till John goes.
I'm gonna take the Lions to win. I'm trying to see here something real quick. Bobbity boobity bop. Who'd they play last week? They played Buffalo Titans. What was the score of that game?
A lot to a little.
They were in that game for a while.
They were in that
though.
game for about
for like the first quarter and a
and a
half,
half.
I think. Yeah.
All
That's
right,
longer than you thought.
I'm gonna take the same thing. Give me $50 on the Lions, lay the 11.5 points, and I'm not touching the over under. I do think that the Titans have a good defense. I think that the Lions should win by double digits easily, but at the same time, I don't know that they're gonna. I mean, they could win this game 27-10, and that would be a convincing win. So that's what I'm gonna take right there. Lions.
The Lions, man, they're just such a good team, man, and they love that coach. They play hard for him all four quarters. I think this is the best team in the league right now, and I think you're looking at your NFC representative for the Super Bowl right here.
Okay,
Max, who you got?
Lions all day. I'm not going to put any money on this because that's a huge line and things happen, but Lions are winning this game.
Scotty?
I've got you. Yeah, thank you. It just went a bit funny on the stream there, but I hope you've got me now. I am taking the Lions. I am laying those points. This could be an absolutely massive win for the Lions. Also, we're not factoring in here that D-Hop has gone as well to Kansas City this week. So that's a weapon that they don't have anymore. Will Levis is awful. Stick your mayo in your coffee and keep walking, son, because you ain't getting anything out of Detroit at all. This is going to be Lions by 20. Is there an alternative line for this? Seriously?
You can make one.
You can make one.
Okay, so what would you give me for a 14-point Lions? What would you get for a 14-point Lions?
How much money are you putting down?
100.
100 for Lions minus 14.
Mm-hmm. They'll win it easy by 2 touchdowns. If the way they beat Philly, you know what I mean, it was just ridiculous. And Philadelphia are a much, much better roster than this lot.
The Lions didn't play Philly.
Working. Did they not play Philly the other week? A couple of weeks back.
No,
they played the Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys! It was. I apologize. Yeah, it was the Cowboys.
Dude, nobody really likes to identify shit. So
that's true. Right. That's true. They were trying to get offensive lineman touchdowns, weren't they? If I remember rightly.
Yes.
Minus 14.
They have. Where is it?
Then Jesse's going to do about 150 touchdown parlay.
I'm ready for it.
Sam Laporta is definitely on there. Gibbs is definitely on there, 100%. St. Brown is definitely on there. That's 3.
He's going to have Goff being receiving touchdown again.
Probably. I guarantee you them 3 are on a parlay somewhere.
You know what I guarantee? I will put down a prop that says Jesse watches the Lions with his pants off.
Yeah, I do got I do got a parlay. I got a David Montgomery, TD. Okay. Sam Laporta, Tony Pollard, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 4-way.
Tony Pollard, Amon-Ra, anytime TD.
Yep.
What's that?
50 will give me $1,425.
What's the plus on it?
Plus 28 to 47.
And you're putting $50 down. All right. What was Scott's alt line for 14?
I'm trying to figure where I can do the alt.
If we can't
line.
find it,
I know I can. I know they have them. I just can't fucking find it.
Give me a sec, because I've had to do this before.
See, a lot of times when you turn into a podcast, you expect people to be prepared and ready to do the things so that they can put on a show for you. But this is really not the way this podcast works at all, and we don't mind that at all. Go
Scott,
ahead, Max.
do you want 13.5 or 14.5?
I'll go 14.5.
It's a plus 130.
Where'd you find that at, Max?
The main screen at popular. It's just scroll down and you'll see alt spread.
Oh, okay, shit, right fucking there. Dumbass.
Scott, that gets you. That's a plus 130.
Okay. I'll have 100 on that.
All right.
As you can see, we're much more relaxed and laid back than these other uptight shows who feel that they need to have segments and move things along. We don't do that sort of thing here at the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast.
Not on Saturdays.
No, we just shout at each other and F blinds. Right. It's fine.
That's right. We're just fucking fans sitting here doing fan shit. And if you want to watch us, that's great. You're fans with us. Thank you very much. We love you. We love you.
Absolutely.
Actually, I don't know if I love you or not. I might fuck one or two of you, but I don't know if I love you.
Considering I'm your kid, I hope it's not me.
No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the people paying attention to the show. Jesus.
All right, moving along. We have the San Diego Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. God damn it, not San Diego. Los Angeles Chargers.
You were right the first time. San Diego Chargers.
And the Derek Carless Saints. Chargers are favored by 7. I think that might be a little bit too high. Over under 41.5. Give me the Chargers in this game. I'm not going to do anything with the line, but Chargers playing not bad, and the Saints suck. So Chargers.
That's just it, man. The Chargers have been playing pretty good against teams that suck, and the Saints, they fucking suck. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm not going to touch those points. I don't think I like the Chargers that much to win this game by more than 7. The over/under 41.5. I'm not going to touch that either, but I would like to put a prop down on a J.K. Dobbins touchdown.
Minus 180.
Yeah, and I'm going to leave it at that.
How much?
$50.
When you're $27.78.
Yeah, well.
All right. I'm going to take the Chargers in this game. They're going to win it. But I'm going to put $100 on the under. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game.
Yeah. This is one of those games. This is why they aren't in San Diego anymore, because people look at it and they go, I'm going to go to the beach.
Well, when you're
And they go-
84.
Yeah. Or in L.A.,
Yeah,
you can say, I'm going to go skiing or I'm going to go to the beach.
Give me the Chargers to win this game. I don't rate the Saints at all. Can't stand them. This is one of them teams I always used to bet on, and they just let you down all the time. The Saints. So, but I don't like the Chargers that much as a team either. I think they're hit and miss. They're meh. The middle of the road. Two middle of the road teams. The seven's too high. Over under the same with you, John. I think you're right. Probably on this, Max, it will be quite a low-scoring game, but yeah, I don't want anything to do with this on the bets.
Do they still have Rattler as the QB?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think that the Saints are a middle-of-the-road team. I think they way overachieved in 2 games, and then they came right back down to earth and showed that they are just garbage.
I mean,
Do you
that
think that's
Eagles
enough?
game,
Do you think that's enough to save Dennis Allen's job?
No.
No.
Do you think
No,
they're
he's
going
going
to move
next
on
year.
from him?
I have
I
no
think
idea whether they will or not.
I think they will.
I would think by the end of this year they're going to move on. Because what's their record? They have 3 wins.
They won
Yeah,
their first 2
they're not
games by a
great.
ton, and then I think they haven't won since.
They put
Unless
up
they played
91
Carolina
points.
once. No,
They
Carolina
put up-
was the first game.
They put up 91 points in 2 games, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if they've scored 90 points since.
Well, they beat the Panthers, who are terrible, and the Cowboys, who are just fucking terrible. And I just love that this conversation turned around to be able to say that.
All right, moving along. This is a good game right here. I think.
Great game.
Anyway,
The Buffalo Bills traveling to the West Coast, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Bills are favored by 3, over under 45.5. And the Seahawks ain't really, I don't know. They don't have the same pizzazz as they did last year. I don't think Geno has been playing very, very great. But the Bills, I mean, they're kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde lately. But I still like the Bills, man. I am riding high on Josh Allen. Still probably not the favorite anymore, as Lamar Jackson has emerged as for MVP. But he's got to be up there. But give me the Bills. I still think they're going to go to the Super Bowl and play the Lions. And I'll lay those points, and I'll put 50 on that.
I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to lay the points with the Bills, put 50 on that, but I also want to build a little, whatever you want to fucking call it. I'm going to get.
Arlo.
Well, I want an anytime touchdown with Kenneth Walker, and I want an anytime touchdown with Amari Cooper.
On top of the Bills -3?
Yes.
Okay, and then anytime touchdown from Walker and Cooper.
Right. I'm also going to put 50 on the over. Actually, you can tie it all together in a whole big parlay. Give me the Bills -3, give me the over, and a Walker touchdown and Cooper touchdown.
That'd be plus 1072. And
Well, I tell you what, if I hit 2 bets this week, it's time for some fun.
536.
Okay. I think the Bills are going to win the game, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than you guys think. I'm going to put $25 on the Hawks +3.
Kenneth
Thanks.
Walker, by the way, level 1 running back.
Give me
You said
that.
$25?
25 on it, yeah.
That won you $22.
Jesse, give me that exact same bet with or Max, whoever's doing it, but 50 on that. I actually think the Seahawks are going to win this outright.
Ooh, really?
Put me in the book as a Seahawks win. I don't know what it is. I think it's going to be close.
$45. Big
I think
money
it's
right
gonna
there.
I think it's going to be a close game, and I think the Seahawks will just eke it out at home. It's going to be difficult for Josh Allen as well in that noise.
So I thought similar to the same thing that because it's the long flight, it's the long week, and that stadium is loud,
really loud. And Josh Allen's got he's got a fart in him. He can throw a fart at times, and you think, he's got one of them picks in him. The defense is pretty good for the Seahawks.
DK Metcalf is out.
He's out.
Oh, he is out. Yeah, I know. But then they've still got Tyler Lockett. They've still got other weapons.
And,
Kenneth Walker's a good running back.
They've got
Jack
Jack Smith and Jigba. Yeah, I wouldn't claim Tyler Lockett as a weapon right now. He's old and doesn't really play all that much.
He'll catch the ball and fall down.
He'll catch the ball. He's got great hands, but he's not the field stretcher.
Yeah, he's like plus 200 to score for a touchdown prop.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Give me $25 on that. I would take an extra 25 on that. Just a Tyler Lockett touchdown.
You're probably right, Jesse. The Bills will most likely win. I just think that there's something about this game here where it's screaming at me Seahawks. I don't know why. This is probably where Vegas is going to make its money because everyone's will back the Bills.
You got me on that Tyler Lockett touchdown, Max?
I got you.
All right, ready to move on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, another
fantastic game right here.
10.5.
Andy Daltonless Panthers. He got in a car accident and broke his thumb.
It's such a weird thing to do in a car accident.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I got in a car accident once. Truck hit me, and I didn't break anything except I hurt my fucking wrist pounding on the wheel. God damn it! God damn it! After it was all over, and then I looked over, and it was a Coca-Cola truck. I should have just grabbed my neck and
yeah.
fell out of the
Denver
car.
Broncos are favored by 10.5. Over under is 40. The Broncos have a defense. They really got a defense. They're
getting
really
an offense too, man. Bo Nix is playing better.
So it would not surprise me one bit if they blank the Panthers in this game. So give me the Broncos laying those points, and I would put 100 on that.
Broncos. You're putting $100 on the Broncos plus 10.5.
Yeah,
Minus
go ahead.
10.5,
I'll do the same thing, but I'm only half as confident. Give me $50 on that.
Broncos, $50.
Yep, and I also want to build a small little add on there with a Javonte Williams anytime touchdown.
Are you putting that with the Broncos?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
I feel like I make McDonald's when I'm betting with him. Christ's sakes. Would you like a parlay?
Well,
because
if you don't do it, then it's going to be something else that I'm formatting a different way.
I get it.
So.
I got it. So that's what I want to do. Yes.
Can I interest you in a McFlurry, please, sir?
the machines never work.
Exactly. Other desserts are available. They do not sponsor us.
Jesus Christ. Let's see.
Wow.
Javonte Williams anytime.
Yeah, that's the only
that's
one
it?
I want. That's the only one I want.
What's your plus for that, Jesse?
That's plus 199. How much you putting down on it?
I'm putting 50 on the whole thing.
That's a big winner right there. $99.
Yeah,
I'm nowhere near as confident as you guys. That line is massive, 10.5. This is Bo Nix we're talking about. He's been playing better, yes, but again,
I think the Broncos defense could score 10.5 points.
Yeah, you might be right there, Jesse. You might be right, but
Bryce Young's under center now.
There you go. You feel better?
I don't think that the Panthers might be as bad. Well, they are bad. They're terrible. Yeah, put me down as the Broncos to win this game, but I'm not doing anything.
Hey, I got the
Now, if Andy Dalton was playing, I might shy away a little bit from that 10.5. Probably not. But I just think the Broncos defense is that good.
I'll tell you what would I if I bet $50 on 2 sacks and 2 takeaways for the Broncos defense? What do I get?
Let's see.
2 sacks and 2 takeaways. Interception or fumble? Surtain's taking one back to the house.
Players to record a sack. Let's not do that. It doesn't. I can't. They don't have that.
All right. Because they know it will happen. They know. That defense is going to eat Carolina alive. What's the tickets going for in this game? Oh, this is in Denver. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes it harder for Carolina. I was thinking this was in Carolina for a second there, and I'm thinking these tickets are probably $2.50.
Yeah, $2.50.
Yeah.
Jesse, what's the? Never mind. I'll get it from you later.
All right.
Were you going to go alt line there, were you, Max?
No, I looked back up and realized I didn't have a plus on something, but I'll take care of it later.
Gotcha. All right, moving along here. We have the Chiefs and the Raiders. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. It's another kind of black game. Over under 41.5. Who's playing quarterback for the Raiders this week?
Minshew.
He's
the
back?
magic mustache, the mullet and the
Because
mustache.
Aiden O'Connell has a broken thumb.
Yeah.
Well, fucking A. What's up with these thumb injuries? Chiefs, man, look, they are not playing great, but they keep winning.
Their defense is fucking shag nasty.
But they're also playing the Raiders here.
They're gonna,
obviously,
they're gonna stuff them.
I'm taking the Chiefs to win. I'm not going to put any money on the line here. Give me, you know what? I am going to do something. Give me $500 on the money line, Chiefs money line.
Okay.
Chiefs. What's that? What's the money line for the Chiefs? Plus 400 or minus 400?
Minus 430. So that will win me $116.
Christ. 500 laid for 116. That is just worthless.
All right.
Not even evens.
Scatter pops. What you got?
All right, I tell you what, I'm confident in the Chiefs in this game because I think that the Raiders are just terrible. Gardner Minshew, he goes out there, he's like the kid in the neighborhood that thinks he's the coolest fucking thing in the world and keeps banging his head on every goddamn thing he walks past.
He annoys the piss out of me.
Yeah. So the hell with the mustache. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs, lay the 9.5 points for $50. I'm also going to put $50 on one combo of a K&K, Kelsey, and Kareem Hunt touchdown.
Is it Kelsey and Kareem Hunt? That will be plus 295.
Plus 295. All right.
Max, I'm going to take that a step further and add DeAndre Hopkins to that parlay for myself.
Oh, nice.
You didn't build a parlay.
Yeah.
You're just going to make a Chiefs money line and a D-Hop anytime?
Well, this is going to be separate. This is going to be a separate.
Oh, okay.
One. Yeah.
So he wants the same as Pops plus a Hopkins.
Plus a D-Hop. 50. That is a 1373. Plus 1373.
$50 on a D-Hop touchdown? Is that what I'm hearing? Or...
No, D-Hop, and then whoever...
Kareem Hunt and Kelsey.
Oh, okay, I see. I apologize.
I expect Patrick Mahomes to sit in the fourth quarter of this game.
And what's the odds on that, Jesse?
That is 1373.
You know, honestly, Mahomes should not sit, even if they are way ahead. The dude needs to fucking get his head out of his ass. He has not been playing well at all. I mean, he's been playing well enough to win, but...
No, it's just put me down in the book for a Kansas City Chiefs win. That's it. Don't want anything on it.
So
I can't stand the Chiefs, but then again, the Raiders beat the Chiefs last time. They beat them earlier in the season as well, didn't they?
No, last season.
Oh
they
no,
beat them.
last season they're 6-0 at the minute.
But they haven't played yet. With that being said, though, I think the Raiders are going to win this game.
Oh, get out
Go on, be bold.
The magic Minshew's get off with that.
The Raiders,
Max Crosby comes back with his pick six or something. I don't know.
as Antonio Pierce put it, is that they have the Chief rules according to with the Michael Jordan rules, and I want to give you guys a little bit of a tidbit. Every quarterback in the NFL has thrown for a touchdown in the month of October, except for Patrick Mahomes.
That's going to change on Sunday. He's getting one to Travis Kelce.
Okay. But
Fucking bad.
DeAndre
He better get
Hopkins
2
as
or
well.
3.
I think that
he hasn't been much.
for the book, I'm going to say the Raiders are going to win, but I'm also going to put $50 on the Raiders plus 9.5 because I think if they don't win, it's going to be very
They're
close.
cover, right? I see.
So I think that the Chiefs are overrated, and the fact is they're 6-0 playing subpar.
It's their defense, and it is a ferocious shag nasty. You ain't moving defense.
You say that. All I see is Chris Jones. Maybe I'm just looking at the headlines.
It's not just that. It's how they take a run game and stop it and stuff it. You just don't move.
They're good.
They are very good. As a defense, as a unit, they are very well coached, and they are deployed very well. Those dudes go all out, man. They blitz fucking single high zero all the damn time. Or they blitz with a zero blitz all the damn time.
All right, for Washington fans, this is an interesting game right here.
Looking at me.
The Dallas Cowboys and the 49ers. 49ers at home. They're 4.5-point favorites. Over under is 47.5. Mm-hmm. And Dalvin Cook is going to make his debut in a Dallas uniform. But guess what? Ezekiel said, here, you can borrow my cane because it's not going to help them one bit. Dallas ain't got no run game. They're not going to have a run game, and Dalvin Cook is not going to help whatsoever. Give me the 49ers. Even though they're beat up a little bit, but I think Debo plays really, really well. I mean, monster. If you have Debo on your fantasy teams, play him.
Is he playing?
Is he out of the hospital?
Yes, he's out of the hospital. Yep.
He had fluid in those lungs.
Games that Brandon Ayuk have not played. Debo Samuel has gone off in those games. Mm-hmm. So I will definitely parlay a Debo Samuel touchdown with hold on, what's that? Jordan Mason? Yeah, Jordan Mason.
How much money?
Let's see. I will do. It's only plus 286. So I'm gonna do $100 on that.
100 for Debo and
Debo and Mason. Because the Cowboys can't stop the run either.
No.
And you said that was plus 286?
287, yeah.
287. All right. I think that the 49ers defense is too beat up. I think Dallas is going to win this game.
Oh my goodness.
I am going to put $50 on the under. And that will be that.
Okay.
John,
all right. I'm taking the 49ers. I'll lay the 4.5 points. I will take the over, and I'll parlay both of those together for $50.
So
all right,
$50 with San Fran with the points.
Yep.
And the over of 47.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to parlay with a Cook anytime touchdown, Mason anytime touchdown, and Debo Samuel anytime touchdown.
So
all right, is that two separate parlays or all together?
That's two separate.
All right. So the first one with the minus 4.5 and the over 47.5 was plus $244 for 50. And then what was your?
It was a Dalvin Cook.
It's not even on, he's not even on there. It's not even on. Yeah. Wait a second. Never mind. Yeah.
How much money are you putting on that?
Cook, Mason, and Debo Samuel anytime. And you know what? Fuck it. Throw me a George Kittle on there too.
Okay,
that's right. I want all four of them. All four of them.
That's plus 6,407.
$50 well spent right there. All four of them.
Cook, Samuel, Mason, Kittle.
That will win you $3,200.
You know, if I wanted to, I might put a Brock Purdy rushing touchdown on there too, but I will not. Even though I say it's going to happen. They're going to smoke the Cowboys. The Cowboys are packing up. They've already started looking at U-Haul prices.
Give me the 49ers minus the points and lay the points $100. That's me,
right,
Max.
We got 49ers.
Lay the points.
49ers. Okay, we got San Fran minus 4.5. And what else, Scotty?
That's it.
That's
$100.
it. $100 on it. All right. Jesse, can I get the plus on the old man's bet up there? The odds for that?
6,402, I think.
6,402. Okay.
Ooh, that's a big old bet.
All right.
Out, dog.
I'm pretty sure it was either 2 or 7. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, 6,407. I just actually placed that bet in real life.
It's hopeless. We'll never make it. Never. We're done for.
I just put
Max.
$5 on it, so fuck it. You never know.
Yeah, you know. You're right.
All right. All right. So we have the Monday Night Showdown.
Oh, here we go. Between
New
this
York
game and your bed.
Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are favored by 5.5. Over under only 36.5. Probably the lowest. This is the lowest over under of the week. They're imagining that Daniel Jones will not get past the 50-yard line, which is probably true because Steelers defense is really, really good. Russell Wilson came out last week and
Surprise the folks.
yeah,
He played all right. He's not a bad quarterback, you know.
he can be. He has his moments, definitely. But yeah, I mean, who in the right mind is going to pick the New York Giants? Probably Max.
Contrarian Max.
But yeah, give me the Steelers, man. What are we talking about here? Give me the Steelers. Laying those points, put 100 on it.
I'll take the Steelers as well. I'm not going to put anything on the line whatsoever, but I'm going to do $50 on the over. Not by much, but the over. Just a little bit. And I'm also going to say, here's a prop for you. I'll be in bed before the first quarter is over. This game is going to suck.
Max, give me the Steelers just with the win in the book. That's it. I don't want to put any money on this. If there was a bet where could Daniel Jones be sacked plus 5 times, I'd probably say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he get last week? 8? Was it 8 sacks in the end? It's ridiculous. And he is not seeing anything down the field. The Giants have got a decent enough defense. Dexter Lawrence is a good player.
Leading the league in sacks, isn't he?
Yeah, but the Steelers are going to smoke this team. Absolutely no problem at all.
Yeah. I just don't buy into the Giants' offense whatsoever.
I'm going to take the Steelers, and I'm going to put $100 on laying the points.
Well, now, wait a minute. If Max is taking the Steelers, let me rethink this. Maybe the Giants have a chance.
No, you'll notice there's a red dot gone now.
Well,
Right, that's right.
I
You're
know,
on the Steelers
I know
family
Neighbors
now.
is back this week, but was he back last week too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he was,
He
yeah.
played.
They got mollywopped last week by the Eagles.
I am going. I'm going to do a prop bet here for just. I'm going to do a Najee Harris and a Jalen Warren.
Ever since we started doing Najee Harris bets, they've worked.
What's your money, Jesse?
He scored.
And a George Pickens touchdown.
Boy,
and
that's
I'm going
two
to put
touchdowns for the Steelers. That's
50.
way out on a limb.
$50 for Najee,
George Pickens.
Pickens.
Put Pat Fryermuth on there too. Just go ahead and shoot it up some.
You know
Who
what?
else?
I'm actually going to take Jalen Warren out, and I'm going to
What's
put. You know what? I am going to put Fryermuth on there. Yeah.
Oh, why? What about the Giants quarterback, the young kid?
Tyron
DeVito?
Tracy. I don't think they're going to score.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to
You're
score at
gonna
all. They
Jesse,
might get a
what's
couple
your-
field goals.
What's your odds on that?
Plus 32.56.
56. All right.
And they've been
50
vacuuming
will
that
give
house
me
for a long
$1,628.
Seriously, that's a big house.
All right. Game of the week, y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, here it is.
Chicago Bears coming to town to face the Commanders. Bears are 3-point favorites. This line will move if Jaden is playing. Just letting everybody know out there.
Yeah.
Still up in air whether Jaden Daniels is going to play or not. Over under
believe he will.
43.5. So
What?
how are we
While I'm
feeling
out there-
on the fact? What's the odds of him playing?
I don't know.
I was going to say that, Jesse. I haven't seen anything, obviously, since I've been over here
At
on,
this point,
on press
I think
conferences or
it's-
anything. What's
I
going
mean,
on?
I think right now we're probably at a 50-50 shot. It's really
I think
just
it's better than that. Quinn said yesterday they really worked him. right? They really worked him. And you saw his presser, and I do not believe that they're going to really work him and then give him a shot and say, okay, go out and act like nothing's wrong. If he's ready to play, he's going to play, and I think that's where I'm leaning, and my bet will reflect that.
4:00 today is a key time because if they bring up, they have to, whoever they're bringing up from the practice squad, they have to do it by 4:00 today. So if the runway model is brought up, I think that's signs showing that Jaden's not going to play. If he's not, models, I think that's going to be a good shot for Jaden to play.
There you are up at the top there. All right. Say hi. All right, well, there you go, everybody. Now you know why my dogs were barking a minute ago.
Would he be brought up, or is that just as emergency QB?
Well, if he is, he doesn't have to be brought up, I don't think.
Surely Driscoll would be your backup QB, wouldn't he?
Driscoll's on the 53.
Driscoll would be a QB2, but if they bring up Hartman to be a QB3, that's going to be telling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying there. But I don't think they would. I think if they just put the decision on the day would be you would make him designate him emergency quarterback, wouldn't you?
You would have
Hartman?
Yeah.
He would have to be brought up.
No, I don't think does he? Or okay.
Yeah, they shot that down. Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
Oh yeah,
that was, and then the Union shot it down. All right, so whose turn is it to bet?
We have no bets placed so far.
Go ahead, John.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm not touching the line because I seem to curse our team whenever I bet for or off it on the line. But I'm going to go ahead and put $100 on the over here, and yeah, and that's where I'm going to go. I'm putting $100 on the over.
Give me winning.
Oh, I have the Commanders winning.
Okay.
Either way, because fuck the Bears. It's that simple. Fuck the Bears. And as they would say in Chicago, fuck the Bears. Just fuck them. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
Okay. Jesse and/or Scott?
Scott?
Yeah, I've got I'm not betting on this at all. I don't want anything to do with it, but put me down for a Commanders win. Stick your deep dish pizza up your ass.
Yeah, fuck you and your stupid pizza. Fuck the Bears.
I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of this whole Twitter beef that just doesn't make any sense at all. Let's just have two quarterbacks who are going to do well. Caleb Williams is a DC guy. I hope he does well. I hope he has a great time with the Bears, and we'll see you down the line. But I don't think Jaden's going to play.
Fuck the Bears.
I think Jaden's going to play. I think it's going to be Mariota, but I still think we win this game.
If I might reiterate, fuck the Bears and fuck them. Fuck Caleb Williams.
I think it's going to be a close game. No matter who the quarterback's going to be, I think this is we're going to run the ball or try to establish the run, and I think we can run the ball on this team. I'm going to pick the Bears to win, but I think we can cover if it stays at 3. Because I don't think Jaden's going to play. I don't think Jaden's going to play.
Jesse, I can just lock you in at +3 right now.
+3.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
All right, how much money?
25.
Okay.
Big bucks.
I think that we are going to win this game, and in fact, I am going to drop $250 on the Commanders +3.
Oh my goodness, you just jinxed it. God damn it, I'm done.
You did it. You did.
You're fine, Max. You do you.
Boot this kid out.
You do you, Max. I think that's cool. That's a good bet. I'm with you, man. I think we're going to beat the Bears. That's fine.
All right,
I'm confident. What was it? What was your score predictions last night? I can't remember whether I said 20 to 27-20 or
I said 27-17. So
yeah,
Scott, you said something like 24-20.
Did I?
I think I said 31-20. I think I said 31-17 or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what I said. Fuck it. And fuck the Bears.
Jesse was the only one who had us losing. Is that right?
Yep.
It's hopeless.
I think it's a coin. I think really it's a coin flip game.
I get it.
A lot depends on the quarterback. If Jaden Daniels is in there, I think it is a coin flip game. And I'd give the edge to us. But with Mariota in there, it really does present a lot of questions as to whether, can he? Can he? That's really the whole thing right there.
And we can't expect too much out of Mariota, man. I mean, he is a aging backup quarterback. I mean, we can't expect him to go out there and be spry and run all over the place like Jade does. It's just, I think this Bears defense is fast. We're catching them at a good time right now with two of their major players being out, but they are getting some pieces from their offensive line back too. So that kind of doesn't go well with our defense. But I can't get a handle on this game, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a tough, close game.
I think this is the best test for both teams, right? We've both beaten up bad teams and we've both lost to good teams, right? So to me, I think that, like I said yesterday, these teams to me are very evenly matched in terms of development right now. I think that to me, even with Mariota in there, I give a little bit of an edge to Kingsbury, as our man would say.
I definitely give edge to coaching on all sides of the like I said yesterday, I think we definitely have the better coach. I think they have better talent, but we definitely have better coaching. And I think Kingsbury is from what we've seen so far, and I like Shane Waldron. I thought he was really good in Seattle, and kind of wish that we had interviewed him. Before we hired all the coaching staff. But I think Kingsbury has proven to be the better coordinator so far this year.
Well, not only that, but in case anybody didn't note it, but Eberflus is Armenian for messy underpants. And really, that's about all you really need to know. So, all right. Do we have any other predictions on this game? How about scores? We already gave our scores yesterday. And if you weren't watching yesterday to hear our scores, we should keep it from you. Because fuck you for not watching yesterday.
Just go watch it. It's on the internet.
There you go.
Ahead.
Go watch it. And by the way, remind me next time. I have to always say welcome to all the people that have not watched us live and to the people that watch us after the fact, of which there are quite a few of you. Quite a few of you. And I do appreciate that. As they would say, all the people in the world, they just love us. They love us. And they watch us all the time.
Oh, boy.
All right. Yeah, that's... what happened now? Oh, we got to get rid of that thing.
Why have you done that there? That's just...
we got to get rid of this. There we go.
There you go.
Hey.
When you have two people controlling,
Jesus
that's what happens, man. Yeah.
Right, we should change the name of this to the Easily Amused Podcast. Because we sure the fuck are. All right, so I am eagerly awaiting next week when Scott gets home back to the book, which I am sure he left in the care of some very responsible people, so that we can
safe at home. Don't worry,
Scott. I will email you this spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's well. But we'll use the spreadsheet from now on. Let's bring it to the 21st century.
Scott, look at this.
Wait, I kind of like the book. I kind of like Scotty getting cramps at the end of the podcast.
You're trying to write on the computer. What? I don't get it.
Look here, I can show you guys this because I did this fancy just for you, Scott.
Fancy?
Yeah. We let me see how I can do this.
All right. Can you share your screen?
Just press share screen.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Give you some background.
I think you have to give him permission.
On. There. Let's do this. Look, I did it all fancy. Can y'all see this?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there it was.
Something.
Look, I did it all fancy. I did it color coded.
But you don't know those colors. The two, you got a red and green together. They look the same to you.
Yeah, but it's for you all. So
then how do you know which one's red?
Because I got Jesse's name and I've got Scott's name. So I just go based off of that. And I've got me here and I've got you there.
Who's blue? Who's blue? John?
Yes.
Nice.
Right.
So I got it color coded. I've got all of our odds. I've got if you made a parlay. Look
at this.
Oh,
just put it in the Google. Put it in the Google Docs.
Imagine what Scott's going through. What's going through Scott's head right now? He says, "This motherfucker's going to get me fired."
He's going to get my job.
Absolute facts.
Scott will lose his permanent guest status.
A younger, better-looking man has turned up, and that's it. You are now redundant. See,
that's how it goes. Poor Scott.
I'll start. Have you got a cardboard box there for my my personal belongings?
All right,
You go on
y'all.
holiday for 1 week, and we replace you.
That's right. Well, we replaced Keith
with a cat. So yeah, it's fine.
with a cat. All right, so go ahead, Jesse. You can play with the knob. I'll tell you, and hey, do it slowly. I like it that way. All right, so tomorrow we will be on directly after the football game. I don't know if Scott will be or not because he always says he won't be, but he usually is. But we some sort of the mashup between our show, the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, the Bunker podcast, and the 1 Point Safety Show will be on directly after the game to give our immediate reaction, no matter what condition we're in. And then we will be back, of course, Friday or Monday at 5:30 in the afternoon to wrap it all up and discuss what we saw on Sunday. So until then, everybody, man, be cool. Have a good Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a thumbs
Scott's
up.
fingers look like a butt? All right, let's go.
Those fingers look like an ass. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, the internet just died, literally.
Here I was in the middle of thanking everybody, and Scott's got to go just dipping out.
I think you were talking about the Matt post game mashup. I'm not going to be on that at 2:45 in the morning.
No. I think in Turkey they'll probably hang you for that. But anyway, so that's the schedule of events that we've got coming up in the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, and we do know that we love to hear from all of you, and we probably will have a Coach Simple rave up after the game on Monday afternoon, and I can't wait for that. So until then, we will see you. Hasta
And
la
thanks for
vista.
everybody in the chat, Peter, and all the new people in the chat too. So
Here's hoping Caleb Williams chips a nail.